shit, no notes. And then everyone's like, no, we have like a 200 notes for that entire thing. You're like, yeah. You're like, I think it's a good idea. We just don't have like anyone you're excited about. And they're a total stranger. I'm like, I feel like that's like not a podcast.
It becomes inauthentic and weird, right?
Oh, 100%.
Yeah.
I feel like I'm so unable to tone myself down.
Yeah.
In any situation. And like on stage, of course, it works, right? That's where I need to have the energy. But like in a conversation with another person where I need to just sit and listen for 5 seconds, it's so hard for me to just be calm.
Yeah. It's not your language. Literally, it's not like, and I don't ever want you to feel like you have to be silenced or, because that's the worst thing is when you go somewhere, you do something and you feel like you can't be yourself.
Yeah, 100%.
And the theme I feel like this year for me, and especially I think for all of us, is like being our authentic self.
100%.
And that's like where we shine.
That's what's going to lead to the next thing for us. Like literally leaning into like what we know we're good at is going to, I mean, you know, like I literally just the whole time was like, this isn't my 100%. Like my like, I think I'm like, I don't like wake up in the middle of the night and go, oh, this fucking podcast is giving me life, dude. This is going to be my fucking 10 years. You don't even know. This is going to fucking blow up. I'm like, I think about that of stand-up. Like I wake up in the middle of the night and I'm like, oh, I said 3 words wrong last week on 7 p.m. show. Like I like, that's my everything. Like stand-up is my life. It's my everything. All I care about is like learning and getting better and keep going and moving forward with that. And like anything in my head that, you know, I'm so like 0 or 100 and anything that takes any like focus or energy away from that, I'm like, no. Like I'm so laser focused on that
Girl,
I'm like,
you are literally going to be so successful. I was telling Maddie and I were both like just loving on you. And I was like, she's going to be so successful because you were such a hard worker. Like you're talented
crazy,
and you're a hard worker.
I'm so crazy. I have like the business brain of it too.
I always joke like she's the hardest working Nepo baby I've ever seen in my life.
I literally, I give myself 0 fucking breaks or excuses for anything. I never give myself a break or an excuse. I'm like, you have to always show up. You have to give it your 100% on stage, even if you feel like shit. Literally, my friend from high school died. And then the next day I had a big show and it was like, doesn't matter. Like they paid to see a fucking show. You better show up and give 100% of your effort, even if you feel like you want to die.
No, I used to have to beg her to like
take a night off. I can't. I
tweak. Please, it's a Sunday. We're all off besides you. Like,
no, that's my fucking church, dude.
Very
Sunday.
Asian of you, by the way.
So Asian. I'm so disciplined Asian mentality, but Chinese, not Japanese. You know, I speak Chinese.
Japanese. I think you want to be, not Chinese.
No, Chinese way different energy. Chinese is very strict energy. No, I speak Chinese though.
Oh, that's crazy. That doesn't surprise me. Your brain moves as fast as a fucking like bullet train.
I've been asked if I'm Asian a few times. I'm like, no, dude, I'm just so high that my eyes are closed. It's not that I'm actually Asian.
No, it's because your brain is like a computer.
I have Chinese computer brain.
It moves so
she's
quickly.
A bullet train.
It
you
is.
said like
I do have bullet train mind. My brain moves like faster than my body. I can't even keep up with myself. So in this setting, it's hard when I have to
because you're like
collaborate
5
with
steps ahead. Yeah,
exactly. Yeah, my brain is like, I'd be so good at chess if I was a little bit smarter, dude. My brain like
I say that all the time, and you're right.
Like my brain moves like 200 steps ahead, and then everyone else is like, wait, let me catch up. You're being too fucking crazy.
Yeah, yeah.
That's just naturally the speed. You're so used to it. You're like because you're around me in real life too. We turn on a camera and there's no difference. You're like, yeah, this is just Sammy being relaxed. And everyone else is like, whoa, whoa. It's like the least relaxed thing I've ever seen.
Yeah. I just didn't want to stop the train, I think. I was like, that was part of it. It's like you hyperfixate and then you go. And it felt like you really, I didn't want to interrupt it.
Yeah.
But, and I don't think it was authentic for you to not interrupt, like to not interrupt
for
it and
me
just
to
keep
like
going.
tone it down is inauthentic to me.
Yeah.
Like my natural speed is bullet train brain. Literally Chinese bullet train speed is how my brain is wired.
Yeah.
It's these fucking white Americans, dude.
They don't understand.
These fucking Americans are so slow, dude.
Well, also like the way your attention goes from like different conversations, like you can change the conversation really fast, like from a wildfire to lipstick.
Literally, I think I said this to you before. My brain goes from A to C and it skips B. So when everyone's on the B step, I'm already at C, D, E, F, G. Like I go directly from A to C. I literally just like jump, like my brain, just the ADHD, like literally I hear something and I'm like, oh, that reminds me of this. And I go straight there. But then I'm already running that way, so I forget about that.
I think you're just like hella smart.
Dude, I'm just a genius.
No, she is a genius. But I'm just being your friend and also working with you for over a year now, like, or 2 years. I'm good at like, oh, let's go back to this. Like I'm good at pulling the conversation back to that, which is something that I got used to.
Maturity and focus. 2 words I've never been described as ever. Mature and focused.
Yeah. It's just like such a process, you know, is like finding out what works, what doesn't work, what feels good, what doesn't feel good. And also just knowing that like just because we're not podcasting doesn't mean we're not friends.
No,
like,
absolutely not in any way, shape, or form. Just like this format specifically, like me and you co-hosting a podcast with my energy and the fact that my brain is so somewhere else, honestly, just isn't like working. And it's not like a negative, angry thing. Like I feel like so many times, like when people leave a podcast or get a new host or switch things, like the internet loves to make shit up. There loves to be this like angry narrative. And it's like, literally, listen, fuckers, it's not that. It's it's like such a chill, easy thing. I'm just like, yeah, it's just like not fitting in this form.
Yeah.
One day when I need like a podcast with like a 14-year-old boy on ketamine where you can just growl into the mic, and that's like exactly what
you need like
literally
a person in a coma.
I need just a fucking vegetable, and I can be like, I need someone that's physically unable to speak back to me.
Wow.
Yeah. Welcome to the podcast, Sammy and the Vegetable. I smoke vegetables. We talk to vegetables.
I would literally be watching it and having it on the background, like all excited. Like
Sammy, you'd be like thinking of normal questions to ask, and I'm just like, catch up, like, you know what I mean? I'm just like saying the fucking like something that literally makes. There's been so many instances where you're having like a real meaningful conversation. So many times where, of course, my brain, I'm just like, what's the funny thing? I'm always searching the funny thing, even if it's not the right tone for that.
I feel like, but that's you 24/7. That is
exactly.
you. Like you literally were born and raised in improv. Like you started at such a young age. Like
my whole life, my brain's wired that way. I'm like, what's the funny thing?
Do you
in
sleep?
Every situation.
Do you sleep?
No, it never slows my life. No, I do sleep, but in the wrong times. And I don't remember the last time I got a full night of sleep without waking up and thinking in the night.
Yeah.
Like I call it intermittent sleeping. I invented it. You sleep. It's when you get too high, you fall asleep on the couch with all your makeup. But then you wake up an hour or so later and you take it off and you think, and then you go back to sleep in the bed.
Okay.
Intermittent sleep.
Got it.
Perfect. It's the perfect
you do fall
path
asleep
to
on
mental
the couch, like in the nest, especially.
I taught it to Justine. I taught her intermittent sleep.
Yeah.
I'm like, you shouldn't
I
copy
feel
that
like that's
behavior.
not
It's actually
healthy.
really unhealthy. Yeah.
I was gonna say.
I'm like, you guys, have you tried intermittent fasting? Try fucking intermittent sleep.
Also, like taking off my makeup is priority. Like I do that in the car. Like as soon as I'm in the car, like the wipes are out.
With skincare.
Yeah.
This is good. Okay. What's your current skincare routine from top to bottom for the night?
So lately I've been
4-hour episode.
Well, I'm healing from that thing that I got, you know, the endo lift I got.
Whatever you did looks really fucking good.
Yeah.
I have no idea. You're always doing a thing. This one,
I'm always doing a thing. Dr. K is amazing. I also had some Botox from Dr. Rivkin. Like I always am getting the things done.
But the doctors you shout out on the show.
Dude,
I should have them on here.
All the episodes going forward should just be named after whatever doctor was mentioned in that episode.
Something free.
It's like I have a team of doctors and I have a team of entertainment people that are my team. Like, but right now last night I did this exfoliating. It's like red you put on. It's by
I know exactly what you're talking about. It comes in the serum
it looks like
too.
blood.
Yeah, I know exactly what you're. It's like the 3% BHA from The Ordinary or something, right?
Yeah, I
have such skincare autism. I know every single.
So I did that last night just to like burn some skin, and then I hydrated the fuck out of it.
Just to burn a layer of my face off.
Yeah, and I hydrated the fuck out of it. But I've been doing like a lot of hydration, mist, and toners that have hyaluronic acid in it.
Good.
And then I put Hella moisturizer on. You know our favorite moisturizer, which was
of course
Dew.
Shout out, we've given them 7,000 fucking shout outs, dude.
I know.
It's such an amazing. Actually, my mom was just in Sephora and called me about it.
I will.
She was like, "Is that the serum you're obsessed with?" I'm like, "Yes, Dew Deliverance Angel Serum." That shit fucking
my
works.
God! So they haven't given us anything free, but like if there's a lawyer on the team, I will suck his dick for some
anything
shit.
for free Dew.
Like literally anything for free Dew.
Can we get Mr. Dew on the horn, please?
It's that good. Like,
it's so good.
It's so good.
It's if I could only use one serum forever. Okay, that's a big statement. I've tried I think every single thing that exists. It's the Dew Deliverance serum.
I was big on a moisturizer, and then you got me into the
serum. The serum's really good.
What is up with the serum? It's like
as niacinamide, CBD. Not me listing all the fucking ingredients. Like,
can I ask a question? What is serum?
Stella, no.
It's like a more potent.
What is serum?
Oh, of course, I would love to explain it in a gentle and calm way. Like, Stella, no. Serum, it's like a concentrated formula of skincare ingredients that you put on like after your cleanser, before your moisturizer. It's basically just like super concentrated. Of course, I only know how to explain things like weed. I'm like, what wax is to weed, serum
that will help me.
What wax is to weed, it's like the concentrated form with the most. That's what serum is to skincare. It's like the concentrated form in the smallest amount that has the most ingredients.
Okay.
Yeah, and your skin...
It's like taking a dab for your face.
Okay.
Wow. And your skin is like primed and ready for it. So it like sucks it in.
Okay.
And then your moisturizer sits on top and like keeps it moist.
Your moisturizer locks it in and like penetrates the ingredients into the skin.
Okay.
So that's why when you like cleanse your face really well, the serum works better because it has better chance of like absorption because your pores are clear.
Yeah.
What the fuck?
Yeah. Sorry, did you guys know I was a fucking scientist?
Remember when we were at Soho House in Malibu and we ran into that skincare lady? And literally,
it's funny because you don't fangirl over people. Like,
I don't fangirl over celebrities.
Certain like comedians that I like love and look up to, but like you don't really fangirl about anyone. You fucking fangirled hard.
Over this girl.
This woman that owns like a vegan skincare line.
Yeah,
Billy's like,
oh my God. I fangirl over the weirdest
The oil fell out and like it like ran in front of me and like I didn't know whose it was and it was my favorite brand too and I was like,
you're like, it's
OSHA,
fate.
right?
I'm like, no, I think she just like had a bottle of wine and dropped shit out of her pockets. You're like, it's fate. The universe wanted the oil.
I literally said that. I was like, oh my God, it's fate. And then she's like, oh, I think that's mine. She's like, well, you can have it. I own the company. And I was like, what?
Yeah.
I have fangirled. I've DM'd her. I have emailed
Billy's
her.
like upset. It's so
no
funny.
response.
This
Like
is
she's
a
like,
rom-com.
It's funny that
she
that's
follows
the
her.
celebrity.
She's friends with you.
She followed me and she didn't follow Billy and Billy couldn't handle it.
Okay.
She probably like
Billy-
came to me from Vanderpump. She was probably one of
Billy-
those people who's like, I know who she is and I hate her. Like,
But that's so, it's just funny that like that's the one you're jealous of.
The one
I'm like,
person I
Adam Ray
fangirl.
follows you. My favorite comedian ever follows Billy on Instagram. And Billy's like, whatever, like he's a nice, cool guy, but it's not like the way that I'm like, oh my God, he's number one in my head, you know?
Yeah.
And I'm like, the fucking lady that owns like a niche vegan skincare brand based in Malibu followed me. Billy's like, that's my favorite celebrity. How did you get that?
Yeah, I get
She's
that.
like, that's
Because,
the
like,
favorite celebrity.
I'm such a product whore and I also
Especially clean vegan stuff.
clean
That's
vegan
your
stuff.
shit.
And I want to have my own skincare line. You know, my ideal. Yeah. But like,
Can we talk about that or no?
no, because
Okay, cut it. Corporate, cut that.
No, but like I have this thing that I'm working on, but like because I'm not known for skincare, it's like a little more challenging for me. What I've been told is I need to work on more skincare content. It's like, oh God, I'm trying to sell my pussy right now. So I
do
can-
reviews.
You just did. You just talked about your
Yeah,
skincare.
yeah.
do reviews.
I know.
Open this and do a review.
Yeah.
Billy's turning 21. We got her a gift.
You guys, my birthday's on 2/2/2. I'm a Pisces.
I remember I
and-
got you that hair clip last time.
Oh yeah, you
There was
did.
like a 2/2/2 hair
I
clip.
still have it.
I remember.
That was a perfect example of your brain moving really fast.
Yeah.
Like you were already like,
You're right.
remember last time?
No,
Yeah.
you're right. My brain literally jumps so fucking fast.
Yeah.
I know. I've been trying to hide this because I knew you were gonna see it and go, "Oh, I want to try it." I was like, "No, bitch, I got you the one that
What
in the
is
color that you wanted."
Oh my
The
God.
applicator is really crazy. Cheers.
Cheers. Oh my God, thank you.
The applicator is
show.
really crazy.
What? What, do you not like it?
No, the applicator just gives me like,
Oh, it like scratches
it
you.
scratches the part of my brain.
You guys maybe should maybe if you do a podcast, it should be about skincare and makeup.
Literally.
I could do that so fucking easily.
That's all you
She
guys
could do a podcast just by her removing her makeup and putting on her skincare
My
routine.
skincare routine. Should I go with the skincare routine right
Yeah,
now?
it's literally...
Okay, my nighttime skincare routine. I wash my hands. I put the little towels on the wrist. Put the hair. It looks really fucking
Oh my
good.
God, it tastes good too.
It's a really good color for you.
It looks great.
Yeah, really good color, really. Well, you know why? Because it's the same formula as the one that's just hydrating that you like. It just has a tint.
Yeah.
Why didn't they make this fucking 10 years ago?
I
It is so
know.
crazy that you
Like-
know so much about makeup and skincare because you're like
Dude.
a
Oh, she
tomboy.
lives in Sephora.
I live in Sephora. I know
it
so much
doesn't
about
match
skincare.
you.
If I wasn't so fucking funny, I would be an esthetician. I'm too funny. I can't. Funny facials. Everyone
Yeah.
would walk out looking so bad.
But it just surprises me, like, because it's so girly.
It's so girly, and I like do so much like research. Literally, I know I hyperfixate on skincare, comedy, and weed. Those are
Yeah.
the three things I'm like,
Yeah.
I want to know. If I like something, I'm like, I want to know everything about that
it.
thing.
Yeah, yeah.
Like, I love skincare.
Bullet
Oh
Love.
my God, I'm literally going to the desert and I was like, I need
I knew
more
you need edibles for the.
edibles.
I know. I could tell.
Oh my God, I
You
love
need edible
so
for the
much.
desert.
I love you.
Are you
Billy
good at
acting surprised that I bought her weed. You're like, I've never seen this from Sammy. This is crazy.
Are you good at gifts?
The best.
She's good, I guess. yeah.
Addicted. Like, I plan every gift so hard.
I cannot relate.
My birthday gift was
I
really
love
good for you
gifts.
though because of the TV
Really
show
good.
you love.
Really good. She got me a Benson an SVU shirt, Benson and Stabler. I wore it to Pilates the other day, and some girl was like, "I love your shirt." I was like, "Thank you."
Yeah, that's literally.
I don't know if it makes me a narcissist or something, but I don't think about gifts ever.
No, I think people are just. It's also Virgo OCD brain. I'm like, I have everything in a calendar. I know when everything's happening.
Yeah. Annie was really good at gifts too. And I was like, how do you think about it? And she's like, when I go around, like I think about what people would like.
Exactly. Me too. I literally am like walking around. I'm like, what would Billie like? I know she's wanted. We always DM about this. We're obsessed with this lip stuff. And they made a tinted version, and I was gonna get it for myself. And I was like, I have to get it for her. She's gonna be pissed. I'm like, you're gonna be pissed. It's rude if I like use it in front of you and didn't get you one. I know. This is a different color.
No, I
cinnamon
love
sugar.
it.
I know you're peach. You're peach colored.
Yeah, I'm a peachy girl.
You're peach colored, dude. The skincare routine is like 7 hours. I wash my face. I wash the hands. Put the towels on the wrist. I do. Okay, I'm gonna do it in super speed. You're like, no, you don't need to speed up anymore. I
don't think it's possible. We're gonna start going backwards.
I bet if I could if I had it in front of me, okay, you know my Chinese jokes that I have memorized. When I'm practicing them, I do them at super fucking speed. Like an insane speed because I have it memorized. I'm like,
so do I when I'm rehearsing. Yeah.
I know all the beats in my head, so I can literally say it so fast. Even the Chinese part, you know the joke I'm talking about. And I literally when I'm in the car, I'm like, and Amanda's like, what are you saying? I'm like, I just did a whole set, you bitch. You don't understand. It only makes sense in my brain.
It's like a different language.
It's a different language.
Yeah, but when you're on stage, you have to slow it down. It's like, this is the first time I've said it, which takes time to get
That's
to that.
Why comics that are really slow talking, like Tig Notaro, for instance, I'm like, how do you do that?
Dude, it's so powerful. I see that and I'm like, there's so much power in that because I have so much energy. Yeah, I'm working.
I'm slower.
But it's powerful, dude. It's cool. As someone that's my biggest fault in stand-up is that I go too fast. It's the number one note I get from headliners. They're all like, you're so funny, you've got it, you know? You work hard, you're funny, it's clear that you're a comic. You just need to slow down a little bit. Yeah. I get overexcited or nervous if it's a big show. Mostly overexcited. I'm like, I can't believe I'm here. I love doing comedy. This is so exciting. And I work myself up to go so fast. And it doesn't work because it's too fast. So of course it's funny in certain instances. But when there's times where I actually just need to have more control and slow down, that's what I'm working on right now. It's the number one thing I'm working on in my stand-up right now is just really actively trying to be slower and give it a beat. Mm-hmm. I trip on my own jokes. I'll have a great punchline and I'll say it and I'll be like, okay, check, next, go to the next thing. It's no one else's mind moves on that level and it's taking away from my own stuff. I could write a brilliant, funny joke or have a funny moment. And then I'm like, okay, it's over. You're not allowed to have any silence. Go to the next thing. Yeah. It's no, I can
relate to that. I don't like silences in a car or anything like that. So
never.
Silence scares me. So it probably gives you anxiety.
I hate silence. I'm definitely afraid of silence.
Because you think it means not laughter or no one.
Yes.
Yeah. But I bullet train to train maybe.
Yes. Yeah. Literally. Bullet train to train.
And I think there's a lot of power in silence.
I'm too Asian. I need to move more Americanized. Yeah. That's the problem.
You are.
I need to be more whitewashed. I'm just too Chinese. That's an issue. I understand. It's the biggest issue. I opened, there's this guy, Joe Wong, who's a big Chinese comedian. I open for him all the time. He asked me to do a show fully in Chinese. But my Chinese is so textbook because I learned it at school. Yeah. That
it's fucking psychotic that you know Chinese.
It's 我说中文嘛. It's literally insane. But Joe Wong is Joe Wong, I almost started speaking. I was like, Joe Wong, I did the accent. 我说中文,你说好. I need to speak I need to, if I want to do a show all in Chinese, I need to translate all my jokes into Chinese and really memorize them because the Chinese that I have in my brain is very textbook. Do you know what I'm saying? It's someone speaking, the jokes wouldn't hit the same. Right. I need to translate it.
Wait, so could you do
also use that
my Chinese is very 我是美国人, 我的名字是, you guys don't even know what that means, but that's so funny for anyone that speaks Chinese, what I just said.
Yeah.
That's the classic Chinese
textbook.
I also know
no one that's memorized in Asian language is the hardest language.
Dude, I'm a fucking weird nerd. I'm naturally book smart. I just if I don't like it, I will not try. I'm stubborn. If I'm if I don't like it, I don't care. I'm not doing it. And in school, I was I don't like math.
Did
I'm
you
not
get good
doing
grades?
It. What? I got an A+ in Chinese, A+ in AP English.
What's your obsession with China?
And then literally failed math, failed history because I didn't care. I was no, I literally, my brain's so 0 or 100 and in that thing, I was 0. I don't like it. I don't care. But then I was A+. Now I speak fucking Chinese. That's insane.
Yeah.
I barely know English, and that's my only language.
Indiana.
First and only.
Indiana.
But also, I have a form of dyslexia. So, especially with numbers, I fucking read them backwards, What? Oh, it's with numbers, but also words. Like I will struggle sometimes just because I read them backwards. It's like the weirdest.
When I take an edible, I do that too. That's so funny. I take an edible and
maybe
read.
you take like a horse tranquilizer or something.
What? Dude, I need ketamine. I need something.
Yeah.
The only I don't do like drugs like that. Like I smoke a fuck ton of weed. I take shrooms a few times a year. But I don't even like drink or do like crazy drugs.
No, you don't ever.
You don't like downers, maybe.
What? No. Oh my God, no.
You're like, I want to go up, 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 up.
But we like dabs put me up. Honestly, I smoke enough weed that I feel like I'm on other drugs. Like when I like take like 3 dabs, I'm like, I'm on Molly. It's like, no, I'm not. I just took 3 dabs. But weed can make you feel like you're on any other drug if you smoke enough of it. So I'm like, I don't need another thing, you know?
Yeah.
I've been taking like when we had the rainstorm, I like took edibles and it's just the 5 milligram. But like I was on another level. Like
That's so funny that 5 does that to you. I take 5 when I wake up. 5 like makes me go throughout my day. Weed is the only thing that makes like besides like a prescription pill. Like, I was on Adderall for a while and I didn't like it. Like it took away my natural like it like took that away too much.
Yeah.
And weed is the only thing that makes me feel slow to a regular person's speed. You know how fast my brain moves naturally. So and when I like smoke, I'm like, okay, I can just take a deep breath. So I need to learn how to like, of course, unlock that without weed. But like, it's so crazy to me that like weed is like demonized or people think it's like this crazy, it's this drug and you're fucking lazy and retarded because you smoke weed. But it's like, no, I'm like the most productive stoner I've ever met in my entire fucking life.
You are.
It's medicine. I literally, of course, there's times there's
You don't get
I'll
anxious.
never
You
forget,
don't get
like-
anxious. You don't get anxious.
No.
I'll
Never.
I'll never forget this. Like
Never. She gets a little anxious.
we
depending.
we left somewhere. Maybe it was like a podcast studio, and we were like following each other. And she was like, "We just got done smoking. She's stoned out of her mind." And like, I see her rolling by me, and she's like on her phone, and I'm like,
I had to check my notes app.
She had her notes app.
Oh my God,
out. Like,
I've
she
done that
literally
too.
was checking off stuff on her notes. Like,
I've
not
done that
even
too.
texting and driving.
My brain never stops. I'm like, I need to check something
Do
off
you
the
ever
list.
like scroll or TikTok while you're driving?
No, I don't TikTok.
I don't
I
do
open
any
my
of that,
notes. I
no.
open my notes app because
That's
I like.
probably why
need
you
to
were
get
an hour left. Sweetie, that's why there was so much traffic.
Stella's so good at TikTok
Scrolling.
and drive.
I don't do the scrolling, but like, and I barely could text. I tell Suri to text a lot.
You're
for
also
me.
less functional when you're high.
Oh my God,
I'm so normal when I'm high.
Yeah, I can't function.
I
when
woke
I'm
up and took a
high.
dab this morning.
Literally,
It's like the first thing I do is smoke weed.
Okay, so what happens when you like have sex?
This
like,
is crazy that whole thing has been my skincare routine. That's insane. That's fucking.
well, like because when I get high and I have sex, like one, I feel a little
I
bit more.
like having sex high. That's
Same. I love
do?
it. Oh my
Yeah.
God, I
You
love
do?
it.
Of course you do. You get high.
I'm like, I don't know the difference.
I'm a little too much in my head whenever
Yeah.
I'm.
Weed inhibits your gag reflex too.
It what?
There's a thing that like weed like stops your gag reflex.
Oh wow.
Yep.
But also, I get kind of dry down there. I don't get as wet whenever I'm like smoking weed.
because you're overthinking, probably.
You're overthinking.
Yeah, that's definitely.
You're overthinking.
When I have to have like a glass of wine too, so I get it.
Oh, okay.
I
Yeah.
want weed and water, and that's it. I'm so simple. I'm like weed and water, and I'm like fine for every
WW.
situation. If those 2 things are provided,
But you
I'll
can
do
be
anything.
blown out. Like you can be completely high and like you're good with having sex.
oh no fucking shit. Are you kidding? Of course.
Wow.
But I love smoking weed. I love getting super high. Craig
Yeah.
Conant has a great joke where he's like, I don't like getting regular high. My problem is I like getting high where I'm like, uh-oh. And I'm like, it's so real. I don't reach the uh-oh though because weed doesn't do that to me.
Have you never had like a panic attack or thought you had to call the doctor? or-
One time, no, I just call my mom. I'm like, chicken now.
Oh.
One time,
Chicken now.
chicken now. Me and my brother are like fucking 25-year-old babies.
You've never panicked?
One time in high school, I took an edible and thought I was a ghost. And that, like, I literally took an edible, was like, oh, I'm a ghost. Like, that was my reality for those 2 hours. Like, I went to Baja Fresh. I have no recollection of it. All my friends showed me pictures. I was, like, actually out of control stoned in Baja Fresh.
Wait, what do you mean you thought you were a ghost? Like you were like, I passed away and I've come back?
I think I was, like, seeing it from the outside. Like, I didn't, I don't know. I was in, like, 10th grade. I was so fucking high.
That's
I just remember, like, that
crazy.
day, I was a ghost. And I've accepted that just that
I
day
got
was
so
a ghost.
high, I literally had sex with a ghost.
Oh, I remember this one.
Yeah.
That doesn't happen. That's not a side effect of the weed I smoke.
Wait,
But I mean,
say
you
more.
were a ghost.
Say more.
No, I've talked about it before, but I literally
The ghost
have like.
face fucked you in your sleep.
Yeah,
Yeah.
I literally
Classic.
woke up to the ghost like choking me with his dick. And like we fucked on the wall, like we were all
How
over
did
the
you
place.
know
It
he
was
was a
crazy.
ghost?
because I couldn't see him. He was definitely a ghost.
She just fucked a really white guy, and he was like see-through. That was
kind of sounds like you just fucked like nothing.
There was literally a pile of weed on the table. Like it was in college. We were like stoned out of our minds. Like it was just one of those things.
That's so funny. You guys both have ghost stories.
Yeah, I never fucked the ghost. I was the ghost.
I think
maybe
mine's better.
You were fucking
yeah, I was fucking Billie as the ghost when I was in 10th grade. I was literally in high school. It was one of the first times I started smoking weed in 9th grade. I literally smoked weed for the first time when I was in 9th grade, and immediately I was like, oh, my parents were like, it's a phase. When I first, of course, Jill and John were like, it's a phase. She just discovered it. No. I literally started smoking weed and was like, oh, no, I want to smoke all day, every day, forever.
What did you smoke first? Like a joint?
I smoked crack, and then I was like, I smoked, me and my high school boyfriend smoked out of an apple.
Yeah, I was gonna say my first was apple too.
It's always a fucking apple, dude. Apple is all. You guys think weed is the gateway drug to other things. Apple is the gateway drug to weed. Okay, that's what people don't. That's what Big Pharma doesn't fucking want us to know.
Literally,
I smoked weed out of an apple, and I left the apple on my bedside table. I don't know why I brought it back inside. I was like, this is fucking sick, dude. Fucking. And my mom came in the room, and of course found an apple that was carved out like a bong. That like obviously had like ash in it. And she's like, Sammy, what is this? And I go, Mom, it's an apple. That's how I was eating it. And she goes,
you literally gaslit the fuck out of your mom.
She was just, I was just so high. She goes, no, it's not. That's not how you eat an apple. You were smoking weed out of the apple. I was like, you're crazy. That's how I was eating the apple.
But also I'm obsessed you were high and you had a defense ready.
Oh, of course I had defense. I was such a little bitch. I was in 9th grade. I was like, I'm always right. I'm 15. You guys don't know anything about me. And I was like, that's how I ate the apple. My mom was like laughing. She was like, no, it's not. She was like, you're a fucking idiot. She was like, you smoked weed. I was like, okay, fine. Like I could only keep it together for like 2 seconds because it was so clear that I was stoned.
What kind of apple?
And the apple was like.
Was it a granny or?
Red apple.
Okay.
Ugh, everyone always. And I remember I smoked weed. I like that this is what like got me like hooked. I smoked weed out of the apple. And I remember texting after and I was like, whoa, my thumbs are huge. And I remember like that was like the coolest thing I'd ever seen. I'm like, my thumbs are huge right now. And then I was like, wait, it's really funny. I like it. And then that was it.
Wow.
my beautiful stoner journey. I like smoked weed in like 9th grade. Was like, oh, immediately I want to do this all the time.
And now your tolerance is so high.
My tolerance is ridiculous.
Like she can have like 100 milligram edible.
Yeah, if I had 100 milligrams. Tom Segura actually talks about a time that he took 100 milligrams, and it's the funniest story of all time. Like I
need to hear that.
It's so funny. He like couldn't drive, and then he got really self-conscious around like Uber. I don't think I would just like. I mean, I don't know if I've told you guys this, but I've taken acid and then had 2 edibles, and
together in the same time.
Yeah,
oh, dude, that's insane.
Psychotic break.
No, I'm sure I've never taken acid. I'm scared of like a drug like that.
Yeah, well, it's the combination of the THC. And I watched Finding Nemo and I was freaking out because I didn't know.
Where's Nemo?
No, I was freaking out because I didn't know if blowfish filled up with air or water. Great question.
No, classic question.
When you're sober, when you don't know who you are, I literally went into like a psychotic break over that question.
No, that's so scary.
Do you guys have any idea what the answer is?
It has to be water.
It's both.
No.
Yeah.
I wasn't ready for that. Billie's not okay. I wasn't ready for that. I was not ready for it to be both, dude.
No, it fucked me up.
Yeah, that's crazy.
Yeah.
I've seen Finding Nemo in Chinese. And I liked it better in Chinese. Shrek is better. This is my theory. Shrek is better in Spanish. I don't speak Spanish. Shrek is better in Spanish, and Finding Nemo is better in Chinese. You don't have to speak the languages. It's just the vibes. Shrek on Espanol. Guaranteed.
Okay, so you watched Shrek in Spanish.
Yes.
You didn't understand it.
No, I understood nothing.
And you thought the comedic time, you were laughing.
Dude, it was so donkey speaking Spanish. Donkey speaking Spanish. Donkey. Donkey speaking Spanish is so funny. You don't have to speak it. You like donkey speaking Spanish, objectively hilarious.
Wow. Okay.
And Finding Nemo in Chinese is a lot more intense.
Yeah.
Really?
Really intense. You have to bring honor to the family and find the fish. It's very intense. Check it out.
I mean, Merlin, he loses his whole family except for like one kind of disabled kid and his wife.
He lost the fucking disabled kid, like of all the kids.
Yeah. Yeah.
That's the one you shouldn't lose.
Yeah.
Lose the troublemaker.
Are you going to the store tonight?
Yeah.
Oh, you are?
Yeah. Let's go.
Are you going to be on? You going to do it?
We'll see. When there's extra time, she puts me up. Like last month, she put me up. So cool. Fun.
I know. I saw the photos.
That stage gives me like...
There's something about the main room stage at the store that is so magical.
It is.
It's so magic.
They always talk about the original room, but I think the main room, it literally gives you like that Hollywood feeling. I feel
Also,
like.
maybe all the red, but like it reminds me of like when I drink like
It is very Hollywood.
really crisp, fresh Coca-Cola out of a glass.
Sponsored
Like
by
I get the
Coca-Cola.
same feeling when I'm on stage.
Sponsored by
Yeah.
Coca-Cola.
No, I agree. I don't feel the same way except for that room. If I go to the other rooms, like I don't feel like that when as an audience member.
Yeah.
I feel like, okay, I'm gonna see a show. You know,
It's so royal.
yeah.
I feel so
And I always
fucking lucky
trip.
every single time I get to touch that stage. I'm like, that's insane. Like, that's crazy that I've done that. I can't even believe that.
Who are your
So-
heroes? Like your comedy heroes?
Comedy heroes. I would say like my like favorite comedians, maybe.
Yeah.
My favorite comedians are definitely Adam Ray, Annie Letterman, Theo Vaughn, Amir,
Okay.
and Harlan Williams.
Mhm.
I'd say those are my like favorites. Like I can like watch so much of them and never get sick of it. I've seen Adam Ray do comedy so many fucking times, dude. I've seen him do like the same shit over and over, and I still think it's so funny. And I like learn every time I watch him.
He's so funny. He's so cute. He's so sweet. He's like all the
He's
things.
so good at
She's
comedy.
like, Annie follows me.
But
No,
yeah,
I
yeah,
literally
yeah.
I forgot about that honestly until
She's
she
like-
mentioned it.
She's so. I mean, Adam's not a lady. Adam's so good at doing like. He's so good at like doing really sharp written material and characters and being physical and very like committed. And then he's able to do crowd work in a very sharp, short way, but then jump right back into the written material. And it's so seamless and it's not distracted. And it's like
Yeah.
a very, I watch it and I'm like, that's so fucking cool. I can't wait to be at that level one day where he's able to balance both so
Mhm.
well.
You told me you were in class for character,
I just finished a UCB character class. Now I'm about to do a Groundlings one.
and what's the goal for that?
Just
Just-
do accents.
Just do accents. I can do a lot of accents and stuff, but it's just like building it out and learning how to like make them funny versus just being a voice. Like building out a full character. So I'm not just doing a voice or doing a thing.
Oh, so they help you
Like I
build
do
out full
crowd work at
characters.
accents. Like if there's like a Mexican dude or a Persian dude, like I'll like do like crowd work with the accent. You know what I mean? Because it's just funnier. But it's like building it into a fully formed character where I can like write jokes for them maybe instead of just like, what's up, fool? Like it's like just making making it like a real character.
Yeah.
Like a more rounded
Are you
thing.
good at accents, Billy?
No, I'm barely good at my own accent.
And you can do Indiana.
No, I could do country. I have this character that I love. And just when I play a character,
Yeah.
I like it because like I literally I feel fearless. Like you're not yourself.
Yeah.
So it's kind of like acting obviously in class. Like I could literally have my cellulite hanging out and like just like look like a mess and not care.
Character.
Like it's character. It's liberating in
Yeah.
some way.
I feel like when I'm on stage, I so don't care anyways. You know, I'm like so sweaty. I stand like this. I'm like,
Mhm.
like I like literally don't care.
Yeah.
Like just be silly.
But your goal is to do character work, like build characters that you can do on stage.
Yeah, I guess that's the goal. And like,
Like
be able to do
Adam.
like sketches. Yeah. Like he does it very well. And yeah.
I've never seen Adam stand up. That's so interesting.
Dude, he's so funny. Dr. Phil's amazing, but I think Adam Ray as himself is funnier. He's so fucking talented.
I think he's more, yeah.
He's so good at comedy. He's such a nice guy, first of all, and he's so good at comedy. I literally watch him and I'm like, he should be the biggest thing. I think he's the funniest guy ever. He's so amazing at stand up.
hmm
And I admire so much how he's able to like his brain also moves fast. I see it. I see the way his mind like moves and he's able to like do really good written stuff and it's so fucking sharp. He doesn't miss a beat on it. And then go and talk to this person in the crowd. And then go back into his written material and he doesn't skip a word or a beat. He jumps right back where he's supposed to be.
Mhm.
And then he can do like a callback at the end where he ties in the crowd. He's like so good at making it like, it's so satisfying. He's so fun to watch. I love watching him on stage.
Wow.
I just
Love.
like,
He's so good.
You
Yeah, he's
convinced
so
me.
good.
Now I'm gonna watch him.
He's so good, dude. I like every time I watch him in person, I learn. I'm like,
that's
fuck,
cool.
the way he was able to do that is so cool and smart. And he still moves fast,
yeah.
but it's a controlled speed, not an unhinged speed. All I think about is comedy. My brain is like fucked up, but my brain is so naturally wired to like, what's the funny thing? Always find the funny thing. Find the funny thing and say it. Find the funny thing and say it. My brain is like always in that mode.
Yeah. And like you bring the funny. And like that's one thing I love about you. Like
Bring the funny.
literally when I'm around you and we're just hanging out at the house or wherever we're going to see a movie, I laugh all the time around you.
Love
Because
you.
like I literally get your comedy and like love how your brain works.
I think people that don't know me might just like see this or like see shit on stage. I don't even know. Like people that don't know me might see it and be like, she's doing this like thing. Like, she's trying to be so extra. It's like, no, that's actually how I am. There's
Literally.
no like difference when the camera's on or off. Like, I'm always doing that in real life.
She wakes up and goes to sleep like that.
Yeah, like I'm doing that all the time. I'm doing comedy since I was a baby, not stand up, but like my whole life has been comedy everything. My day job was comedy. I do stand up now. My whole everything in my life has been comedy focused. So I'm literally, my mind is so trained to be like, always find the funny thing. Always find the funny thing. And anytime I walk into a room or any scenario, in the back of my head, not even in the front of my head, I'm like, what's the funny thing? Where's the joke? Where can you like make something out of that you can use? And like my brain's always writing and always moving in that direction. I hate when I have to be
Here's
serious.
a question. If there were two buildings on fire and one of them had comedy and the other had your entire family.
Oh, no. I would.
They're all burning.
I would, yeah. I'm like,
wow.
I would brand it as a 2-building show, and they would go to the family first, get them out, and then they would move to the other building. No,
Nice.
of course, save the family.
Of
Because
course,
that sells mom, dad, brother. That's 3 tickets. You got to save them, dude.
Yeah.
Again,
There you go.
you got to save them.
That's 3 guaranteed tickets everywhere she goes.
Yeah, they sell 3 tickets. You can't miss up on
Your
3
mom
tickets.
will buy 10.
Jill will buy 10. My parents are so supportive. It's fucked up.
No, they're
Aw.
amazing.
Me telling
Shout out.
dick sucking jokes in front of my parents. I'm like, okay, this is great family bonding, but so supportive. I'm so fucking lucky to be in the position where I have the most supportive family that's like so down with all of it.
Yeah,
Like, it's so many people don't have that, and I'm very lucky to have that.
you are actually.
My family loves comedy. Like,
Yeah.
Jill and John go to shows all the time.
Jill and
Zach go to shows all the like. My family loves it.
I know your mom brought us flowers one time when we did a show. It was
So cute.
sweet.
It's like I have like 100 shows a week. She's like, but in her head, it's way bigger of a thing, you know?
Yeah.
She thinks it's like the cutest thing. She thought it was like so cool that we're doing a show together.
Yeah.
Like, we've done 10 million shows together, and my mom's like, oh my God.
Mom
you
pride
guys.
is really special.
It's so cute. My mom literally bought me Billy flowers for a show.
Mhm.
Aw, it's cute. Your mom's like, your mom's like, get on OnlyFans.
Yeah, literally.
Yeah, my mom's like encouraging
We can
me
take that out,
to. No, I am going to do OnlyFans because I'm going to do the special, the
What about
comedy
your feet?
special.
Yeah, and your feet.
And then I'm going to slide into selling some sexy photos and
You have good feet.
I have great feet. And
Sell your feet. You don't have to do anything.
Also, I've had all this work done. I have a body. Like, I'm going to show it off and get sexy and get my confidence back. And
Post a
make
bikini
money.
pic and tag every single doctor.
Dude.
Every single part. Tag all
Every
of them.
part. Well, I only have one doctor who's like literally done all of my body work, you
Wow.
know. Gavami.
Shout out Gavami.
Shout out Gavami.
Shout out Gavam.
Podcast should be called Kavani.
Literally.
So every episode needs to be
Doctor.
titled. Every episode needs to be titled "The Doctor." Okay, so what's your plan moving forward? What is this going to look like moving forward for you?
What, this
Yeah.
podcast? Revolving door kid right
Okay.
now. To see who works, what works.
Okay, so Maddie was kid, and
Yeah,
Catherine
Maddie
is
did
adult.
2 episodes. She's gonna do 2 episodes, kid, and then have a guest. And I think it'd be cool if I had you as a guest one time.
Yeah.
I
Like,
was going to say you should come back.
No, I'll
Literally.
fully come back. I just can't be in charge of being a co-host every time.
Right.
It does not work like that.
Yeah.
Like, it literally doesn't work like that. Yeah, I'm the star. Like, I'm like, it's too hard for me to like sit back and be a co-host and be like gentle and listen and
Yeah.
calm. Makes my brain spin in fucking circles because everyone else is like having a conversation and being quiet and relaxed, and I'm
Mhm.
like, my head is screaming.
Yeah, and like it's like my thing is finding the balance too because I went to school for radio, TV, and film. I love
You're literally trained in that, and you have media training. You have
Yes.
so much like training that I don't have.
literally, yeah, and that comes with just being older and having experience. And so, but I do need to like balance that because I do want to have these like serious conversations, but I also want to have fun and I want it to be funny. But you know me, I love talking about sex and
Of course,
talking about
and I
all
like
that.
only want the funny stuff.
Yeah,
I like I literally shut off. If it's serious, I'm like, okay, I don't care. Next.
Yeah.
And then I
Yeah.
hear the funny thing and I'm like, ah, and I get like overexcited.
yeah,
Like so overexcited. When it's like a funny, my brain fires off so fast and intense when I know it's like a funny thing. I
Mhm.
get so excited when it's funny.
yeah.
Literally,
But, like, I
3-year-old,
know-
I'm like,
I know we're both gonna succeed because we're both so like driven and like there's so many amazing things happening for us right now. And
why are you
this-
so sensitive in Barnes and Nobles now?
Yeah. But like this is also just gonna put us in a direction. Like I feel like the things of you going your own way and doing what you love to do the
Yeah.
most is literally complimenting your life in such an amazing way. Same for me. So
Yeah.
like it's nothing negative.
Yay.
Like I just have so much love for you and like
Love you too.
change is hard. It's just like weird and scary sometimes when you
Been doing it for a long time.
And you were literally my comedy buddy. Like you lost one of your best friends just because
she's not dead. We just
she's
don't
not
talk.
dead.
Yeah.
Fully sounds
Literally,
like
she's
she
not
died.
dead. We just don't talk.
Yeah. And I got rid of a couple of close friends of mine, one of my best friends. And we literally like just bonded and connected
The
that
timing,
way.
like we had, I think we had a lot of shifts in our personal life at the same time. Then we found each other and realized we're like working together in that way too. Like everything just happened very naturally, you know?
Yeah. And it's like you get this codependency too of like, oh, this is my person who like understands comedy. And like I'm still grateful that I still have that because literally the other night I had a horrible show and I called you and it's like I know you
There's
would get
nothing
it.
worse than that feeling. No, there's not. There's that feeling, dude. Fucking.
Oh
how are you
my
feeling about
God.
that? Have you talked about that yet?
The worst of the worst. I mean, I talked about it on social media, but like it was devastating to just like when you bomb, you know, and like I'm lucky enough that I haven't really bombed that often. Like, yeah, you have shitty shows, but like this one, it was
No,
like
a real bomb hurts.
a real bomb hurts.
October 7th, 2022 at the Crow, I bombed. I'll never forget that day. I literally remember October 7th, 2022.
Not to take it to a place of nuclear bomb, but that's what like when I've heard it described as that.
It is nuclear bomb.
Yeah.
I have that date burned in my fucking head.
I didn't even finish my fucking 15 minutes. I did 12 something
And got
because
off.
it was so bad. Like it was just like
comedy is also energy based. You're not feeling the energy, you get uncomfortable.
And what like I'll never forget about this one is like I made a joke about like, you know, I'm from India. I got warned about Orange County, but I'm from Indiana. I figured I could take care of myself. And there was like 2 gay people in the audience and they're like, "You're doing okay, girl." Like that when someone's telling you you're doing okay, girl.
No. Don't patronize me.
It's bad.
The only 2 gay guys in Orange County are like, "You're doing all right. Don't worry."
I can't imagine. I would literally, I'd be like, "Oh, I'm gonna kill myself now."
Like, no, yeah.
That's
the worst.
That is the worst.
Especially when they're gay. I mean,
when they're
like,
trying
yes, queen.
Yeah.
I know Billy thought they said that, and then in reality, they're like, "You're slaying. We love you."
Yeah. It was like, oh my God.
Oh my
and like,
God.
I had friends in the audience that came out because I was in, you know, Orange County.
Oh, friends.
And then I literally texted my girlfriend. I was like, "Come to the kitchen. We're going out the back door. Like, I am not being seen by these
I'm going there on
people.
Wednesday to do Chinese show. Thursday to do Chinese show. I scream.
You're gonna be
I
fine.
could have no mic and I'd be fine. You know how Orny Adams, like, takes the mic away and he just like yells? I could do that so easily. I don't need a microphone.
Yeah.
I love to yell.
Not me. I'm literally like.
Yeah, you don't enjoy yelling. I love to yell.
Well,
Like,
when
I
I
get
do the deeper
opportunity to yell.
voice, I like. But honestly, after I did
me, can you show me where the men's restroom is?
after I did that deep voice thing,
They were so scared.
they were so scared. I
It's
swear.
Orange County, they're too Republican.
And I
Billy, you need to write a 10-minute set that literally has, you can be like, "Hey, I'm Billy, I'm trans." And then the rest of the 10 minutes, literally you need a 10-minute set specific for content that works in that environment.
I'm going to.
Like you have to.
'Cause I already did
that's
some
not going to be the
jokes.
first time you're going to encounter scary Republicans.
No.
You need 10 minutes that's like, literally I bet they would love like redneck Indiana buttfuck shit. Like they would like,
Oh, I'm so.
you know what I mean? Like there's so many different aspects of your life that you can lean into for writing content. And of course, you being trans is like the major thing, right?
Yeah.
You know where that works. And it works a lot of places. But you need a 10 minutes in your back. Like I have my 10-minute Chinese set that I know, like Asian audience, I'm doing those 10 minutes.
Mm-hmm.
Literally, I have my
shooketh by
Chinese.
your
Like I have my 10 that's like, I know it's like my 10, 15 that's like, "Oh, I'm a Jew that speaks Chinese." They're like, "Whoa, that's illegal in our country. That's crazy." And then I have my like other stuff. I have my 10 for when it's a stoner crowd. I have my 10 for when it's like an older crowd. Like having in your back pocket the fucking ninja secret of like, I can do 10 that I know works with them because it's good written material that's sharp and will crush no matter what. Like
That's
no
what I'm
matter
gonna
who
do.
you are and who's there, like you know that it'll crush because it's, you know.
I'm literally gonna do that, and I already have some jokes that I've written for to make them. But like, you also just like. Part of me is like, oh, I don't want to cater to them. Like
You have
It's
to.
like, but you have to because you're the entertainer.
I have to learn to slow down. You have to learn to not be trans in Orange County.
Yeah, it's a fine line. I just want to say too,
So
like,
funny.
you guys are very sweet and friends and everything. I think what you're talking about, how you want serious and funny, and you just want funny, like you more than anything else as a producer, it's like authenticity comes first always in comedy, and
I like that.
I don't feel like it feels authentic for you to have that. And you have that in the same room. That's how I kind of put it.
100%.
Yeah,
And so-
exactly.
100%. Stella gets it. You understand everything. You understand my mind too. You understand my
It's 'cause
mind
I'm
very well.
Asian.
Yeah, it's Asian. That's who the Asian connection. Me and Stella are
Yes,
cousins.
it's because I see, like, that's a really good note about going really quick, but like you're just fucking so fast. Like
I'm so fast. This is me slowed down. I smoked weed to tone my energy down for today, and I'm still at this speed.
I would like when we're on a set together. I'm like, make sure I don't go right up after her because she's.
Billie can't go. Do you know how many times I've had to go to the host of a show and been like, "Hey, can we put Billie in front of me instead of after?" Because it's too crazy.
Yeah, she's so big and loud, and then I go up there and they're like, "What is she saying?" Like, I gotta.
But also, I feel like if a joke is made, you clock it
100%,
and then. You're like, there's like a latency in laughter, and you're like, why did that take that person that long to get the joke?
Oh, 100%. I literally am like, and I've been working. I've been doing this the last like week or so, and it's been doing well because I have to acknowledge the speed, right?
Yeah.
Like in a place where like I know that that's not my, nor like the two demographics that I do really well from, and like I'll learn more specific stuff as I like grow. But like right now, I know for a fact. No matter what, every time I'm in front of a Chinese/Asian audience, crush. I get like applause breaks. I'm like, I don't get that in real life. That's fun. That's insane. And anytime it's like frat or very young, but specifically like the frat shows, I do very well at that. So I'm just like, you're gay, you're retarded. They're like, fuck, she's a genius.
And that's what I'm saying. You're a computer.
Yeah, I'm a computer.
Yeah,
I'm a Chinese bullet train computer.
But
like,
what am I compared to that? I'm like.
Broken computer.
You're like a cup of chamomile.
Computer from Indiana. They didn't update it yet.
Yeah.
They didn't update the computer.
One of those old Mac PCs or whatever.
Old Mac PC has ranch stains on the keyboard. Some dude is just like jerking off eating ranch. It's all stuff like crusty. Yeah, I think you're crusty.
I'll go with
crusty
the
ranch
chamomile tea.
keyboard.
I'll go with the chamomile tea instead.
No, crusty ranch keyboard.
Wow.
No, it's not crusty.
That's disgusting.
Yeah, I'm kidding. You're not. It's not crusty.
I did just pick up a bucket of ranch
keyboard.
for the desert.
A bucket?
A bucket of ranch.
Don't say that casually. You got a bucket of ranch for yourself?
No, but I get this ranch specially ordered and like.
You're gonna dunk your feet in the ranch bucket for OnlyFans?
No,
you make bank,
I'm gonna
dude.
be in the desert for a couple weeks, so I needed my edibles and my ranch dressing.
Yeah, edibles and ranch.
What are we putting in the ranch?
No,
the edibles.
I make like buffalo cauliflower. Or I'll make like a pasta salad.
God,
I
you're
sent you a
such a
good recipe
trad
the other
wife.
day.
What?
It was like such a trad wife, vegan trad wife.
Yeah. See, I appreciate you because usually people would have ignored that thing, and then you hear
I hear
it,
everything,
and then you go to the next thing.
I know my brain very well.
Yeah,
and I'm so like clear about it.
It's a special brain, Sammy.
Yeah.
It really fucking is. You could probably do a lot of things with it besides comedy and do well. It's just like figuring out how to like remembering that not everybody thinks like you do.
Yeah.
Too.
No, you're right. Besides a small portion of Chinese men, no one else thinks the way that I do, you guys. It's fucking.
I think you should move to China.
I literally, dude, I'm obsessed with China. I went in high school. I love China.
I feel like if you mastered like you were saying like writing the jokes or translating the jokes,
I would blow up if I did comedy in Chinese.
You need to work.
I know. Joe Wong asked me to open for him fully in Chinese. He was like, "Can you do 15 in Chinese?" And I was like, I can't. I could probably do 5 fully in Chinese.
Bro, do it.
But like, I need to like work on I need to like, because my textbook, my Chinese is so textbook, I need to translate it. Like, I need to translate all the jokes into like colloquial, like conversational Chinese. And Joe, like my like Chinese friends, like the Chinese comedians, when I talk to them, they all like help me with that. But I need to like literally sit down with like a tutor and like translate all of it into a more conversational tone. Because there's also certain words that like don't even translate.
Yeah.
It's also funny that you have to literally speak another language to slow down enough for people to understand your jokes.
Wait, that's so fucking funny. My parents, when my parents came to this Chinese shows that I did a few weeks ago, my dad goes, "You're so much slower when you're doing the Chinese stuff."
Exactly.
It's like, what the fuck? Because I have to think. I'm forced to think.
Exactly.
Yeah.
My brain has to like switch and like think
Which
in
might
Chinese.
be even good for you to.
Fuck, I need to be Chinese.
I mean, I think if
figured
we
it
learned
out.
anything.
We figured it out. I just need to be fully Chinese.
Yeah.
I
As
wish.
a Japanese person, that's hard to hear, but it's okay.
I'm so sorry. We're creating we need to bridge the gap between the Chinese and Japanese. Dude, I wish I was a Chinese man. I wish. I'm right there. I'm so close. I'm so close to reaching greatness. I need to be Chinese. I could do 5 in fully in Chinese, but I need to work to do like a larger set fully in Chinese.
But that's also just another note, like emphasizing the first note, which is like the slowdown.
Yeah, 100%.
Yeah, and
It's
not
so,
looking at it
like-
negatively, and not looking at yourself negatively, but just being like, oh, I have this type of brain, and most people don't.
Yeah.
And I need to like figure out how to translate it literally.
No,
Yeah.
literally.
And the last time we did a show together, you were slower, and I was like, oh,
Because I've been
didn't even
actively
realize.
working on it. Like
Yeah.
I literally have been actively working on it. I have to. When I
It
have
was
like
so
when
good.
the big people, when like Like literally, when I opened for Jeff Garlin at La Jolla, La Jolla.
I also say La
But
Jolla.
it's so obviously La Jolla.
Yeah.
It's like, don't spell it like that if you don't want me to be silly
Exactly.
about it. When I opened for Jeff in La Jolla, he was like, you're so funny. Like everyone says the same fucking thing to me. They're like, you're so funny. Like you have it. You have it. You just need to slow down a sec.
Mm-hmm.
Every single person. But hearing that from someone like Jeff, like a person that's like way bigger and ahead of me, that like
He's absolutely right.
yeah, he's literally like, you have it. You're very funny naturally.
Yes,
Just like
you're fucking hilarious.
He's like, just slow down.
You just need to remember your brain. I say this to many people. Your brain is not like most people's.
Yeah, you're right. It's not.
It's not.
Yeah.
The reason I like Adam Ray is because I see my brain in him. Like when he moves super fast like that, like he literally does sets where it's like, but it's organized somehow and it's not so fast that people don't understand. But the reason I admire him and love his comedy so much is because I see the quickness in his mind.
Yeah.
So I like see myself like I like see it. I'm like, oh, I have that same part of the brain that like keeps go. So I see him do it so successfully, and I'm like, that's why I like him so much.
Yeah.
He's able to be a controlled fast. Like that's so cool.
Controlled fast. I like that.
Controlled fast is like what he's able to do, and I'm like, dude, you're a fucking legend. Controlled fast. I'm like, fuck.
You're like, I'm doing it in Chinese.
I'm doing it in Chinese. I can only be controlled in Chinese. That's so insane. That's like the story of my life. I can only be controlled and slow in Chinese. Like that makes no sense.
Yeah.
That makes no sense.
No, but it's true.
It's true.
So crazy,
it's true,
though.
and it makes no sense.
Yeah.
I do like the Chinese makes me slow. My brain is diagonal. What shape is your mind? When you think, what is your brain? What does it look? What if you had to make a shape? Okay, if there was a blank paper and you had to draw like a shape of what your brain is, what is it?
The first thing that came to my mind was rectangle.
Billie.
Is that in a shape?
I mean, it is, but I'm sure that's not what you're thinking. What is yours? Yours is like
No,
really
mine is
fucking
definitely
complicated.
insane. But I don't think you're a rectangle.
I think you just said rectangle to say rectangle.
I feel like you're more of like a tube.
A tube?
Yeah, I swear to God. Your brain is like, it's like a cylinder and there's a tube and it's like yours is a softer shape. I think mine is a zigzag and it crosses a million fucking times. It's just, like if the paper is like this, mine is just like that.
Yeah.
But it makes sense to me.
Mm-hmm.
But all of those lines are drawn inside a giant weed leaf.
I was just thinking maybe your podcast should be you and a giant weed plant.
I would love that.
She just
Like
talks to her
ideas.
weed plant the whole time.
Just off the six gave me such a good podcast name once. He was like, you should do a podcast called Swisdom, Weiser Wisdom.
We love a pun.
We
Swisdom.
do.
Swisdom. I was like, that's smart. Like, that's so smart.
Just off the six. Get it.
Mike Glazer has a new podcast called High in the Sky where they get faded and do conspiracy theories.
Oh, that's great.
What?
It's really funny. It's really funny.
Who's he doing it with?
This guy, Tahir, you're not going to know him, Tahir Moore. He's a funny guy. Between two ferns.
Two weed plants.
Oh, I would love that.
Honestly, you should
Yeah,
do
but
it.
in between two weed plants.
Me talking to all my personal. Honestly, we could do like 30 minutes of me like dead sober, don't smoke any weed whatsoever. And then the last 30 minutes is just me like out of control high. And then we edit it so it's like the sober one talking to the high one. No, I'm the only one that wants to watch that. That's okay. That's I'm like the only one that thinks that's a good idea.
No, I'm gonna have you back as a guest, and we'll be hanging out.
Yeah, I'm not like going anywhere in real life. Just like this podcast in this format at this time in my life is not the right thing for me.
Yeah.
My priorities are elsewhere and my personality can be utilized in a different format that makes it better.
Yeah.
So that'll all happen.
And literally, I always say that's like follow your highest excitement, follow what like the things that complement your life, where you feel good.
Yeah.
And I'm excited for you because I just you have so much happening, and like I just know you're gonna be so successful, and
I hope, dude.
You are.
I
like,
hope.
You literally are. Like it's just the beginning, you know?
You're right. It is just the beginning. That's a crazy way to think about it, but you're right. Like that's crazy because I haven't thought about it yet, but it is just the beginning.
Mm-hmm.
There's so much like room.
Yeah.
For
We've only
stuff.
been doing this 2.5 years.
Yeah, that's crazy. May is 3 years.
Yeah.
I was thinking about that. And I was like, whoa. All right. Podcast. Rest in peace.
Yeah.
What do we say? Rest in peace. It's no one's dying.
No one's dying. Just Sammy's leaving
Rest
me.
in peace. I don't know what other phrase makes sense there. The episode's titled Rest in Peace. Everyone's gonna be like, who died, dude?
Till next time.
Till next time.
Till
There you
next time.
I don't know how to say till next time, but I can say like 再见我爱你. That means bye, I love you.
Jesus
I love
fucking
you.
再见
Christ.
我爱你.
Sounds like you're saying whiny.
Yeah. 我的 trans 的朋友.
Okay. That was great.
Yay!
I said you're my trans best friend.
Aww.